What's going on, guys? Ishin here from CZeroMedia. In today's episode, I'm gonna be working on the CV shaft, also known as a half shaft or axle shaft on the 280Z. So here you guys saw the last episode of the 280Z build series. You noticed that the rear end was clunking because the U-joint in the back of the Z were completely shot. It's gonna be way easier to move the half shaft off the car and show you how these U-joints work. But long story short, there is two U's that couple together in these Z's. One comes in X-axis, another one comes in Y-axis, and this bearing goes in the middle. And basically this bearing was shot on the Z. So what I'm going to be doing is replacing this U-joint both on the wheel side as well as on the differential side. Now before I jack up the car and really show you what's going on, the red line transmission fluid I put in the car feels so much better than the whatever came out of the car. I highly recommend that you go with a red line transmission fluid if you are a Z owner. I have the 5-speed manual in the 280Z 1978. I'm sure it will be the same if you have a 240Z or 4-speed transmissions. It's so much smoother and I don't really hear any more grinding after I change the red line. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and jack up the car, take off the wheel, and really get down in there and show you how everything's mounted. Alright guys, so the car is jacked up now, so let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So here is the half shaft of the 280Z. You can see that U-joint is, this is a U-joint here, right? So it's got the two clamp pieces that come together with the bearing that I'm replacing in the center. There's one on the rotor side and one on the differential side back there. So what I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and remove this axle altogether by removing this nut and bolt here. There's 4 on this side, 4 on the inside. I'm gonna remove the 4 on the inside first and then 3 on here so that it doesn't drop on itself when I'm removing it, and then remove the 4th nut here and remove the whole axle together. And actually, let me just show you how bad this thing is. When I put my hand to it and wiggle it, look at that. That's how you know your bearing is completely shot. Alright guys, so the part has come out. Here is the rotor side of the U-joint, and look how wobbly this is. Yeah, that is why the car was clunking. That is why it was vibrating. I'm about to go replace this now. Okay guys, so now I think it makes visual sense, right? Inside here is the T-shaped or X-shaped ball bearing. This is a U-joint ball bearing that I need to replace. This is held in by C-clips. Looks like on all 4 sides. So what I'm gonna have to do is remove the C-clips from this dirty U-joint and then basically hammer out the old bearing and then put the new bearing in, put the C-clip in, and I should be done. But we'll see how hard and annoying this process is. Alright guys, so this is day 2. It is hot as hell again. I just woke up. But the difference between day 2 and day 1 is that I went to Advanced Auto this morning and picked up the bushing tool. This I got from Advanced Auto, part number 648604. It is the upper control arm bushing service set. It's basically this U-clamp that you use your drill to drive pressure into. So instead of using a hammer and banging at it, which I thought was going to be the easiest solution for this job, so I was just spending too much time banging it, too much elbow grease. So I went ahead and rented this tool, so things are going to be a little easier. Remember guys, work smarter, not harder.
So inside of these U-joints is bearings that are pin shaped. If you take this off of the new one, you can see the pins inside of it, and this is basically what a U-joint is. On the two sides, that was okay. On the old U-joint, everything looks good, pins were intact, but the ones that was destroyed, the ones that was moving around, there were no pins whatsoever in it. So all the pins basically flew out of the U-joint, and that's why it was clunking so bad. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and finish up the job by removing the old U-joint out of the U-clamp and fit the new U-joints in, and go ahead and finish up the job. If you look at the top U-joint, you can see the damage and the chamfer that it left over time. So that is what caused the pin to come out. And I guess because one side is vibrating on top, the lower side started vibrating as well, and that caused all the pins to come out of this thing. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and clean the inside of this using Scotch-Brite, and then I'm also going to file off the edges, sharp edges, so I won't have any issue installing the new U-joints back in place.
Alright guys, so the bad side of the U-joint has been replaced. That took way longer than I thought I wanted to, but that's just how it is in a car game. Now I was thinking back and forth about doing this, but I think I am going to do it right once, right? I'm gonna go ahead and replace the differential side of the U-joint, which is still fine. You know, there's no play in it. It looks solid, it feels solid, but I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it. You never know when it's gonna fail with these things. But this is the rotor side. There's no more clunking. It's nice and solid. It's good to go.
me think you camp for one of the hottest tracks I ever heard. Goddamn, that's downright rugged track down south, loving that feeling, that catching them vibes, yeah. Goes deep, I can feel it through my system. Bass kicking, yeah, baby, get some. I'm riding down this whole song while I'm swerving on my drive, yeah, yeah. Don't stop, got my foot on the pedal. So hot that I could just rebel to the thump while I bump it up, yeah, yeah. Now you can't find me while I'm driving, driving, yeah. You can't find me on the road, yeah. Ain't gon' catch me when I'm flying. No, no, no. Don't ever forget that I told you so, yeah, yeah. Now give me the wheel while I feel.
Alright guys, after a long sweaty job, U-joint is finally done. I'm actually glad that I went and replaced the differential side too, because when I took the bearing off, the grease was completely gone. It was basically leaked out, spread out, so it was going to fail eventually. So good thing I did both the already failed one and the future failing one. So what I'm gonna do finally is go ahead and put this back in the car. It's going to be super simple. I'm just gonna do a quick time lapse. And for those of you who are curious which part I used, I got the 83286 from O'Reilly's. I'll put the link, product link, in the video description below as always, so you can get yourself the same bearing if you're doing the same job. So off to the car. And holy crap guys, I'm finally finished with the job. I just gotta put the wheels back on. But yeah, everything is back together. No play. It looks good. I don't know how many miles these U-joints last on the rear axles on Datsun, because I drive this thing pretty damn hard, but I hope I don't ever have to do this again. I hope the passenger side doesn't go bad, because I really don't want to redo this. I think next time though I do something like this, I might go with the R200 differential, which I heard has higher torque capacity. It will withstand more power. So as I upgrade the engine, you know, I might have to upgrade the differential, because I know that's a weak point. And with a new differential, I will probably want to go with like a modern day CV shaft if it's even an option, so I don't have to deal with these U-joints in the future ever again. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that's gonna be helpful for your future 280, 260, 240Z builds. Before I go though, quick shout out to my man Michael Serrana. Met him online on Facebook at a local Datsun group. He gave me a couple pointers on how to get this job done right, so thanks Michael. And thanks everybody for watching my video again. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.